From one coast to another, it's KeVern. Kevin,
Vert's Fawn.
Steve Oedekerk, whenever The Force Awakens came out, you said you're going to finally make that sequel to Kung Pao. We've gotten through 4 Star Wars movies since then. Where's that Kung Pao sequel?
Where is it? The Secret of the Tongue or whatever. It had
Tongue
a
of
name.
Fury, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, Kung Pao.
Kung Pao.
Tongue. Yeah, just completely ditched the brand. Yeah, I type in Kung Pao. It's not even coming up. The sequel is no longer even listed on IMDb.
Steve Oedekerk, director of Ace Ventura 2 When Nature Calls.
How hard would it have been?
It's really funny, and I'm sorry to keep starting new threads, but it's really funny to watch Kung Pao now because it is a YouTube video that was released theatrically.
Yes, it is. It is truly. It should have. I think you're being generous by calling it a YouTube video. It's a Vine.
It's a 2006 YouTube video released theatrically.
It is a Vine compilation that was released in theaters.
It's a Vine compilation. It's Wednesday, my dudes.
It's what's up? It's your boy Steve Oedekerk, and I'm here, and IMDb. We switched over to the Steve Oedekerk tab. Got to tell you, it's a bleak place to be, because we got Kung Pao, obviously, the crown
Jimmy
jewel.
Neutron.
Yes, Jimmy Neutron. He has a screenplay credit on a lot of like 2000s Jim Carrey. So we got a Bruce Almighty. We have an Evan Almighty. Cowboys and Aliens.
He wrote both Nutty Professors, I think.
Yes, that is true. Ace Ventura When Nature Calls, of course. And then we have a whole series here. The Thumb Wars. Thumbtanic, Bat Thumb, The Blair Thumb, Franken Thumb, and that is, of course, where the franchise ends. Franken Thumb killed the franchise, much like he killed his creator. Wrote Nothing to Lose, a comedy. Oh, he directed it as well. Starring Tim Robbins and Martin Lawrence. You better believe one of them is very tall, the other not so much. And that is emphasized on the poster, so you know it's good.
Of course. And let me guess, without looking at it, without even having heard of this movie until now, is Tim Robbins and Martin Lawrence sitting next to each other, and the words "Nothing to Lose" in the headspace where Martin Lawrence would be if he was as tall as Tim Robbins?
You're close. Nothing to Lose is at Martin Lawrence's crotch, but the tagline is in that space. One has no job, the other has no life. Together they have everything to gain and...
Oh my god, I love it when they work the tagline, or they work the title into the tagline.
Nothing to lose.
The tagline is a build-up to the title.
The title. You're waiting, your eyes follow it down. Ooh, good stuff.
I can't believe Kevin, I love creating art, and I love making things with you. I just can't believe what we're doing right now was me guessing where the titles would be on movie posters I've never heard.
Yeah, but I feel like with the very basic description of the title of Nothing to Lose, the cast and creators, and then a basic description, that's pretty good. You want to keep playing this game?
Yes, absolutely, yes.
All right, how are we going to do this? How are we going to manufacture this game where we guess movie posters?
I want to do this game, and I also want to do this. I not done it yet because it would require a lot. I want to do a game show called Is This One of Those DVDs That Auto Plays the Movie When You Put It in the DVD Player? And where we just have 3 contestants, we show them a movie, and they just have, is this one of those movies that auto plays?
Whoa! What? Slow down. I didn't even get to select a language.
And it's, of course, like bonus points if you guess that it's one of the DVDs that also autoplays the subtitles for the hard of hearing.
That's pretty good. If you can guess what kind of case it came in, you better believe it's the one that had like the wraparound plastic that you had to like crack open every time.
Like the clamshell case.
Yeah.
Yeah, does it say interactive menus as part of the special features?
Is it listed on the back of the box?
Scene selection.
How wacky. What is the menu like? Is it a still image of the poster with the selections underneath it? Is it a series of clips from the movie? Does it have a way too long intro to the menu? That you're like, please, I just want to press play. Like, stop.
Are you really lucky where one of the bonus features is a Photoshop of the poster, like, is it the main character photoshopped out of the poster dancing to the theme music, like the Austin Powers 1 DVD?
But the Austin... No. How dare you drag the Austin Powers DVD collection through the mud? Because on that first one, Austin Powers... I guess this must have been a very early DVD. Because Austin Powers comes out, he says, yeah, baby. And then he walks you through all of your different options. He's like, play movie. That's a very groovy option where you can watch my movie. And then here's scene selections. If you want to skip to a particular part of my groovy movie, you can select this one. If you special features, that's where you get a groovy look behind the making of the movie.
Turns out everything is groovy about this.
Oh yeah.
I have a DVD. This is, if you ever need, like, if I were ever going to be in a local production of a play, this would be my like little bio in the book. I have a DVD of the cartoon based on the movie Evolution with David Duchovny and Orlando Jones. And
Sean William Scott.
Harold Ramis, I think, directed that.
That's depressing. Don't tell me that.
But I have a DVD of the cartoon based on that, and the DVD does the same thing where, like, they walk you through each of the things, but instead of Austin Powers, it's Inspector Gadget. He's like, click me to play the movie. Like, now, Penny.
Hey,
if
Penny.
you want to see bonus features, it's...
Claw can't pick languages and subtitles.
Inspector Gadget is all over that DVD menu for Evolution, the animated series. A movie that everyone forgot about until 5 minutes ago.
So I have our first selection for this game. Which I'm very excited about. This might be a 2 or 3 part episode. We're gonna okay, so I have a movie here, a 1999 comedy starring David Spade and Sophie Marceau from Braveheart.
Okay. We're off to a good start.
It's called Lost and Found. I don't know if one of these characters is lost and the other is found. That eludes me at current. There are 2 taglines on the poster. 2 separate, independent taglines.
One about David Spade and one about her?
One about David Spade and one about the movie itself.
Oh, okay.
One of them is specifically about David Spade. So the movie poster is a blank white expanse with just our 2 actors.
Of course, I was already going to guess that.
Damn it. Okay. So David Spade is naked and he's holding something in front of his wiener.
Okay.
To block it from our view. What is it?
Is it luggage that says the title of the movie?
No, that's a good guess. No, the movie is underneath them, as is one of the taglines. The other tagline is at the top of the poster.
Okay, the other tagline is at the bottom of the poster.
The tagline about David Spade is at the bottom. The tagline about the movie is at the top, underneath the above the title billings for David Spade and so.
So he's holding something over his private parts.
Do you want a hint?
And yes, give me a hint.
Okay, it's alive. And it has something to do with the David Spade tagline.
Okay. My initial thought was a piece of luggage. My second thought was
pretty good. That's a very good guess.
Logically, called Lost and Found.
Right. Logically, that would have been it. That would have been correct. But
is it a dog?
It is a dog.
It's a dog. It's
a very furry little dog.
Is it okay? I'm going for bonus points.
So, are you going to guess the tagline?
I'm gonna do that in a second.
Okay. What's your bonus points?
But I want to go for bonus. I want to go for extra credit. Is the dog's tongue hanging out?
It is. The mouth is open. The dog is not specifically like slobbering, but the dog is going like. So you are. I would call that correct. Yes.
Okay. Good. Okay.
Okay. You will never guess the tagline about the movie. It's the most boring thing. So I'm just gonna give it to you. A comedy about a guy who would do anything to get the girl of his dreams. And did. That's it. That's it. Okay. That's their description of the movie.
They spoiled the movie.
Not good enough, so they added a second tagline about David Spade.
Okay. Before I guess, is it a tagline about his character, or is it a tagline about David?
About David Spade, the actor.
It's not one of those like the star of Tommy Boy. Is it one of those?
No. Okay. It is a completely separate, independent tagline that it must have been come up with by someone in the marketing department in 1999. Was like, oh hey, I thought of this, and everyone was like, yeah, put it on the poster. You know, whatever. That's clever. That's admittedly, it's clever.
Okay. And it's a tagline about actor David Spade.
About actor David Spade.
My initial reaction is like to say something about Hollywood Minute, but I imagine that's copyrighted, so they can't do that.
No.
What is this tagline about David Spade? I don't know, man. I can't wager a guess.
Okay, it is a pun involving. And this kind of gives away the gift.
So it's this Spade's an ace. Or something like that.
Oh, no, I'm afraid. Oh, okay. I'm afraid. So it because David Spade is holding a dog on the poster, the tagline says, one of these dogs must be Spade.
Oh,
and
God,
Spade
that's good.
Is Spade.
That's good. That's good.
Pretty good, right?
I would have never been able to come up with that. That's good.
That's pretty fucking good.
Oh, that's good. One of these dogs must be Spade. Oh, man.
Spade is pretty fucking good.
Get that copywriter a raise.
Oh, man. Like, I know we already have a tagline on this poster, but like, guys... but, oh, man, we gotta get this on here.
Calling it now. I'm so making this segment of this episode the promo so I can tag David Spade in it on Instagram.
Oh,
he's going to see this. If David Spade will like Lyric's photo, he'll like my video talking about him on Instagram.
Yeah, come on. David Spade's a fucking narcissist. He's a 50-year-old man who complains about girls on his talk show. So I got another one. All right, so I have a poster here for a 2006 comedy in which John Heder plays laser tag employee. So already the star of John Heder has fallen already 2 years after Napoleon Dynamite. But the poster does say, from the guys that brought you Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh, of course.
From the guys. I've never heard of this. What guys made this?
It's not Jared Hess, because
otherwise, you would know. I have no fucking idea who this guy is. He must have been one of the guys that brought me Napoleon Dynamite.
One of the guys.
He's
the guy who owns Rex Kwando's studio. You can shoot your paintball movie here.
Yeah, he's one of the guys that brought it to you. I'm on this guy's fucking IMDb. Napoleon Dynamite is not... Oh, I'm sorry. So one of the guys that brought us Napoleon Dynamite is second unit director Tim Skousen. This is one of the guys that brought us Napoleon Dynamite. Oh fuck! I've been sick over this long weekend. I haven't spoken to another human in 3 days. This is exactly what I needed. This is my favorite. So the guys that brought us Napoleon Dynamite read Tim Skousen and a favor from John Heater. Oh fuck me! That's the funniest revelation I've ever had.
So good.
That is so fucking good. Woo! Okay, Sasquatch Gang is the name of the movie. I'd forgotten. Okay. It's called Sasquatch Gang.
Okay.
It stars Justin Long in that fallow period where Long was doing 37, comedies a year.
Mm-hmm.
And two other guys I've never heard of, Joey Kern and Jeremy Sumpter. I think I've heard of Jeremy Sumpter.
This is 2006?
This is 2006.
So this would have been around Accepted.
Yeah, so this is the same year he stars in Accepted. This is after Dodgeball, which was like a huge hit.
Damn, okay.
Yeah, so this is, let's call it Not His Finest Hour. But we're here on Sasquatch Gang. The IMDb description: young fantasy and science fiction aficionado Gavin Gore and his friends stumble onto some huge footprints in the woods. A local cop, reporter, and renowned Sasquatch authority, who I'm guessing is Justin Long based upon the picture on the poster, investigate, while two of Gavin's dim-witted neighbors, never mind, he's certainly one of the dim-witted neighbors, while two of Gavin's dim-witted neighbors hatch a scheme to profit from the situation. There's a 2006 comedy. I will tell you right now that the poster is heavily photoshopped.
Okay.
And not well. And
the background is the background like a forest green, like a dark green?
The background is a big blue sky with clouds.
Blue sky. Okay, so I'm way wrong.
Big blue sky with clouds.
I was imagining like a hunting themed thing. I'm imagining.
Are you thinking of a Strange Wilderness, also starring Justin Long?
Maybe I'm thinking that, but I'm also imagining someone's got to be holding a wanted poster, right?
No, I'm afraid not. No, Sasquatch
really?
Gang. So this one might be a little tougher. How do I describe this poster? It's one of those posters where different cast members are sort of placed in front of each other in like, a smallest to biggest, but they're just photoshopped stills from the movie placed in front of each other.
Like a Russian nesting doll of the cast.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
Is
Sasquatch behind them?
Sasquatch is foremost. He is forefront, but he is
front. Okay.
He is not fully in the movie. He's off to the right. He is walking off screen. So it's really just like one Sasquatch leg and like his back is kind of what we're dealing with.
I was thinking it was one of those things like it looked like an Animorph where you have like
I see.
And the Sasquatch is in the back and it gets shorter actors and you know what I mean, like Justin Long's in the very front.
Sure.
Yeah, I was thinking that. Okay. So they're like more in profile. So it's like Abbey Road.
Kind
of.
Sasquatch is in profile. Justin Long is looking dead at us, as is this other guy who...
Jeremy Sumpter.
Or Joey Kern.
Kern.
In this movie, Joey Kern plays a character called Shirts, plural.
Shirts, okay.
Shirts. Yes, he is our second pictured guy. I'm clicking on a picture of this guy. The guy playing Shirts. Oh boy. This is maybe a little bit tougher than I gave it credit for. There is a quote, a review quote on the poster.
Someone we've never heard of ever.
From Variety the magazine. No cited name. And you better believe the quote also brings up Napoleon Dynamite as a point of comparison to this movie.
Of course.
Saying Napoleon fans will never admit it, but Sasquatch is funnier.
Okay. not that Napoleon Dynamite is an out and out in comedy, but that's besides the point.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing what the tagline for this movie is.
Okay.
Or I'm guessing, or is that what we're doing? Or
you can guess anything.
The actual...
So far, this is tougher than I was giving it credit for, and I apologize.
It's all good.
This game.
Yeah, so I'll tell you what I thought it was, and I thought it was going to be like, because I heard Sasquatch Gang and I heard like a paintball movie, and so I was assuming it was going to be like dark green camouflage background, Justin Long and Napoleon Dynamite and a third person kind of in the forefront. I was imagining like just John Heder like holding out towards the camera a wanted poster with Sasquatch,
Gotcha.
and saying something like wanted, tagged or alive or something like this.
Sure.
And I was imagining like Justin Long making like a goofy face, like a like face, and he's like covered in paintball splatters.
You're not wrong. This is one of Justin Long's character parts. This is he's not playing the accepted straight man. He would be one of the supporting characters in Accepted in this version.
Gotcha. If this is She's Not Into You, he's like the Stainer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Duh. Yeah, of course. He's playing a wild.
Is he wearing protective goggles?
No, he has.
So this is a tougher one.
So he has a mustache, like real. He's a hillbilly. I will let you in on that. He's got like a hillbilly mustache. He's got a mullet. He's wearing just a jean jacket and jeans. That's it.
No shirt. No shirt underneath.
No shirt underneath.
Okay.
He's got some kicks.
So he's like a My Name Is Earl kind of.
Yeah.
A yokel.
He's a real trailer park hillbilly.
Okay. And so I imagine is Napoleon Dynamite kind of more like straight-laced but still nerdy?
Napoleon Dynamite not on the poster.
John Heder is not in it. Okay, not on the poster.
He's in it, but I guess as laser tag employee too, this movie did not either budget to like have John Heder on the poster, or even they were not money grubbing enough to like just put his face front and center on the poster.
Gotcha.
Because he must be just like a quick cameo.
Gotcha. It's as a favor to the second unit.
Aha. Exactly.
Gotcha.
Exactly.
So there's a blue sky background.
Sasquatch's
leg.
A bus bench. There's a Sasquatch crossing sign. There's a bunch of D&D nerds in the back with like a Darth Vader helmet and like a big plastic axe. So they're like LARPers who stumble on Bigfoot.
I know this isn't on the poster, but the only other thing I can think of would be like a tagline that says like big.
Oh, that'd be good. This is the tagline is an epic tale of nerds and turds.
Oh, okay. They got turds on the tagline.
Yeah, they got turds in the tagline.
Right,
it's one of those posters that doesn't have the credits at the bottom of it. It's just like the straight to DVD cover.
So yeah, this was a movie gallery exclusive.
Oh, for sure. This is a straight to family video version of this movie.
And there's a whole shelf on the new releases of them. And a week, the next month after it's released, all but one of the copies is in like the $4.99 bin, like that you could buy. Yeah, okay.
Abstitutes, my friend. You got it. Nailed it in one. Well, audience, I hope that was entertaining. That was a stumper.
I didn't get the poster,
not quite as good as Lost and Found, but maybe I've introduced you to a new movie that you did not see coming. Do you want to keep playing this game?
Absolutely,
because I'm here. All right, let's see. I do have another one pulled up. I was kind of also.
I want to see a romantic comedy that takes place like on set of a movie. Like it's about two people who fall in love on a movie set, and it's called like Second Unit. Or something like that, you know. Like I want to see that movie. I'm surprised that
it's called Second Unit, and the unit is his penis.
Yes.
So I kind of have one here. We'll see. This is kind of a wild card one while I'm searching for other ones. This movie is called Don Peyote.
Don Peyote.
Don Peyote, written and co-directed by Dan Fogler.
Okay.
Legend of
Guy
Stage
with mustache
and Screen.
on the cover?
Everyone has facial hair, no specific mustache.
Okay. Aviator glasses?
No, I'm not seeing any.
Wow. Okay. I'm not as good at this as I thought I would be.
Well, this is. I've given you a couple weird ones. These are not. So here's our.
I've never heard of a single one of these movies. So.
Exactly. So if anything you were surprisingly good at the David Spade one. So like early credit on. This is a tough game. Because these are not... I'm giving you movies that you haven't fucking heard of. So our above the title cast is Dan Fogler, Josh Duhamel, Jay Baruchel...
Oh, okay.
And Wallace Shawn.
Whoa!
Subtitle, with special appearances by Anne Hathaway and Topher Grace.
Okay.
So that is our credited
Don
cast.
Peyote.
Don Peyote. It is a Dan Fogler vehicle that he wrote and directed. I will give you the hint that the poster is some real a mid-2000s movies idea of drug trips. You know what I mean? Like in a sequence in a mid-2000s movie where a character would have a drug trip, there's a lot of this sort of imagery.
Okay, gotcha. Real quick, Dan Fogler is...
Balls of Fury?
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay.
Mr. Balls of Fury.
I was like... Because I was thinking, like, Balls of Fury, and I was also thinking of... and I don't think he's in this, but, like, Foot Fist Way.
He is not. That's Danny McBride, and that's a pitch black movie. That's a horribly dark comedy.
Oh, I did not know that.
So it doesn't quite fit in exactly with the Dan Fogler mold.
So Don Peyote, and it's a mid-2000s drug sequence. So it's not like...
The movie was made in 2014, but it is a mid-2000s idea of what...
Oh, okay, but it's not like, does it or does it not have like the kind of like, and I don't know how to describe it, like the spirograph looking kind of like diamonds, like a Windows Media Player visualization.
I get what you're getting at. Oh boy, think more like crazy Illuminati imagery, lots of animal.
Okay, so like some fucked up looking animal that's like half pig, half horse, or something. Yeah, we got
a rabbit head on a human body here.
Gotcha.
We got just like a straight up barn owl. We got some dolphins flying through frame.
Gotcha. Some like weird, crazy like some weird crazy like scenery where like the grass is like pink or something like that. Grass, like the tree stump is purple, something like that.
Sure. Yeah, stuff like that. Purple sky over like the white house. It's a real like collage.
Gotcha.
And Dan Fogler is sort of he's our tripper. He's having sort of like a manic god sort of episode here.
You said they all have facial hair. Is he lightly bearded, or maybe just like 5 o'clock shadow with like a like that kind of face?
He
like
is
mouth open.
He has like my level of facial hair. He's showing his teeth in sort of like a manic like.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
He literally has the whole world in his hands. Spoilers. There's a globe in his hands.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Is the globe smoking?
Or
is there like
it's
emanation?
Glowing. Yeah,
glowing.
There's a glowing emanation here. I will give you a hint. We can see what the Dan Fogler character is wearing, and it's very reminiscent of what another famous stoner might have worn.
Another famous stoner.
Another incredibly famous stoner character has worn this exact same outfit.
I'm assuming not a Cheech or a Chong, correct?
Not a Cheech or a Chong.
Famous stoner character. I know we started talking about drugs, but because I'm a square, I think famous stoner character. Famous stoner character, and this is before like Wilfred.
Yes, before Wilfred, decidedly after the preeminent stoner character of the 90s.
Oh, is he dressed like Jay from like Jay and Silent Bob?
Oh no, that's a good guess though. That's close.
Wait, is he okay? So is he doing a Jim Brewer and Half Baked?
No, damn. A little bit more prestigious. Has a huge cult following, like bigger than any of the movies you've named thus far.
A big stoner character who's bigger than Jay or Jim Brewer. Oh man, whenever you tell me, I'm gonna be so mad. I'm gonna be so upset with myself.
Okay, I'm gonna give it to you so we can move. He's dressed like the Big Lebowski. He's in like a big robe.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you had said like, because I associate him with like White Russian.
Sure, that's fair.
I get it.
But a big stoner character all the same.
That fits in with the aviator glasses.
Yes, that's true. This is a tough one to guess. I was kind of using this one as it's just an amalgam of imagery. It's just like a vomit panel of imagery.
Is it a thing where like, speaking of Jay and Silent Bob, is it like the Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back where he's like front and center, and then there's like two rows behind him, they're getting farther away, like a kind of like a pyramid
of other actors
in the movie? Is that a
No, more. It's really just like a visual vomit palette. Because, like,
Gotcha.
Dan Fogler, huge head, hands outstretched. In his hands are, like, it looks like Anne Hathaway and all the animal people. And
and they're all on that globe?
And, like, a gas mask. No, they're, like, in his hands. And the globe is, like, separate. And above his head is, like, an Illuminati pyramid and Shiva Vishnu. And Josh Duhamel as, like, a punk rocker. And I guess that's Jay Baruchel. He looks completely different with facial hair. He looks like a completely different man with facial hair. Dressed like someone that dropped out of high school. There's, like, a gas... It's a visual vomit. I don't see Wallace Shawn unless he's, like, the rabbit-headed guy. I think I see Anne Hathaway.
He's probably cheaper as a voice actor than he is an on-screen actor.
That's true.
So have him voice a weirdo rabbit that he encounters.
That's true. But that is Don Peyote.
Don Peyote.
It has a Cheech and Chong font style.
Oh, okay. So like that kind of like...
and there are pot leaves in the top left and right corners.
That kind of like Jimi Hendrix, Are You Experienced font? With the... Okay.
Correct.
Yeah, with the... like the... Not like teardrops coming off of them, but like the points and the different... You know what I'm talking about? Like,
oh, yeah.
At the end of each point of a letter.
Yeah. No, I got you. Yeah, it's very curvy, trippy, hippie font.
Like the back of a... not quite like this, but like the back of a deck of cards.
A little bit, yeah. Woodstock 69 font is like truly... Okay, I got one more. We'll do one more going back to kind of our classic... mold. So this is a stellar piece of poster work, and I truly am glad I found it by cruising down Stephen Tobolowsky's IMDb, because I knew there would be 3,000 random ass movies you've never heard of that Tobolowsky is in like 4 scenes of, and I love Stephen Tobolowsky, but like, guys got to work, you know. Everybody has rent. So there's a movie called Blind Dating from 2006.
Oh, okay.
Chris Pine and Jolly J, Eddie
Jolly J, okay.
Anne Jolly. So it's like an Indian woman. Eddie K. Thomas from American Pie, Stephen Tobolowsky, and Jane Seymour. Those are our credited above the title actors here.
Okay.
2006. A blind young man, Chris Pine, thinks he finds love with an Indian woman, Anjali J, though their relationship is fraught with cultural differences. Now, that description gives you a bad idea of what the poster is going to be.
Okay.
Because it is... it's something else. So, any guesses about... The poster is for a straight-to-DVD comedy. I will get you that far.
Whenever I heard blind dating, and I heard the cast, like, the first thing I kind of thought of would be, like, something with a computer. Like, they're blind. No, I didn't think it would be that he's legally blind. I thought it would be, like, they're both falling in love over the internet.
And it's like 2006 in the early days.
Yeah, it's one of those things where, like, what if, you know, all the jokes are about it is, like, all the jokes in the movie are, like, wait, I think that's her, and it cuts to, like, some, like, big fat woman.
Right, yeah. That's the vibe that you would get from this poster. But that is, there's no pictured computers or anything like that.
Gotcha. But I don't imagine they'd have Chris Pine wearing sunglasses on the poster, would they?
He is not. You are correct. No sunglasses on Chris Pine.
You don't want to cover up that man's face.
No, absolutely not. I will say that of our 5 credited actors, and there are 5 characters on this poster, Chris Pine is the only one of the top billed cast that is on this poster.
Oh,
so it's Chris Pine and like 4 randos. I will give you that.
Is it?
There's no Jane Seymour. There's no Eddie K. Thomas on this poster.
Is it a thing where he's making like a like, I think they might have got me
kind of.
Okay. Is he kind of like making one of those faces and some like disappointed, like, this naughty guy, kind of like Indian people around him, and he's at a wedding?
That is an excellent guess. That is not it.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to say, for this poster, take that plot, throw it out. This poster has nothing to do with that.
Okay.
Take that plot, throw it out. Take out what sounds like a kind of interesting, romantic story. Yeah. Toss that right in the garbage. Okay. The poster does not even acknowledge that he is blind, which I find baffling. It just says blind dating. And it is Chris Pine and 4 women. I will tell you there's 4 women on this poster. There is a motif. There is a visual motif of this poster that I think is very important to lock into. So like the Russian nesting doll that you described before, or like the visual tableau of Don Peyote, there's something you kind of got to lock into in your brain to really like understand what is going on in this poster.
So you said he was making a was that me kind of face? He's making that face?
It's kind of an uh-oh face. It's kind of like a...
Is it a uh-oh, but like also like, you gotta love me, I'm the scamp.
It's an uh-oh, but it's like a and it's also... You know that face that every leading man in a comedy makes when a hot girl's coming on to him and he just can't believe it? You know that face?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, like a...
He's giving me that face.
Okay.
Can be read a lot of ways. He's a real cipher.
I wish there was a visual component to this show, because I'm doing these faces as I'm hearing them and
it's really them. We'll start doing face cam.
Face cam on a podcast. KeVern is he doing a thing where he's front and center and there's women either like pulling at him to like fight him or like to take his clothes off?
Yeah. Correct. He is
2 on the left and 2 on the right.
Correct. Yes. You're getting there.
Okay. And so like, does he have a shirt that's like unbuttoned or coming unbuttoned in like a loose tie?
Jacket is unbuttoned. He is wearing a t-shirt underneath it.
Okay, gotcha.
But someone's pulling at that t-shirt.
Someone's pulling at the t-shirt. Are the women... The women are angry. They're all making like, No. Or are they making or they're like, oh, okay, so they're in love with them.
These women are horny.
Okay, so they're
horny. There's one woman that is more interested in her pocket compact mirror.
Okay, gotcha.
But the other three are horny.
So, it's showing some these are the personalities of this women. So one is holding on to him, but one of them is looking at herself in the mirror. There's probably one who looks like she's horny, but she's also crazy. She's cuckoo bananas.
Oh yeah, no. See, maybe we're back. We're back to your prime. You're doing really well on this one. Okay, I'm glad we rallied.
She's got some frizzy hair, and her eyes are a little bit wider than they normally would be.
Yeah, this girl's gonna bite him.
Okay, gotcha. And there's one who's a working professional. She works, like a button down shirt and a blouse. And
Pearls. Yeah, she is behind him. She is behind his right shoulder.
Okay, so she's not a working professional. She's kind of a rich girl kind of type. Daddy spoils her
for sure.
So and then one of them is ethnic.
The ethnic one is the crazy one. Sorry to say.
I'm surprised. It's not the white.
Ethnic is crazy. You've got a white Sweet 16 kind of girl looking at the pocket compact. You've got the professional who's grabbing at his jacket because she's horny. And there's one more who is wearing a real club dress. Shiny gold.
Oh, okay, so she's the
revealing
ditzy,
down the side.
She's Elizabeth Banks in 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Correct, yes. That is the character that we are looking at here. And she's going to fucking jerk off in the bathtub, just like Elizabeth Banks in 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Is the predominant color of this...
The poster background is a solid color.
White or red?
No. Baby blue.
Baby blue. Okay, that was okay.
Baby blue.
Baby blue, and he's probably wearing some little bit darker blue, and so are they.
He's wearing a little bit darker blue. The ladies are in couple in black. One is in the gold. Well, the crazy one's
wearing yellow.
And then there's one in pink. She's got the pocket compact, and there's one in shiny gold, and that's the Elizabeth Banks type.
Okay.
There is a tagline above their heads that has something to do with the visual motif that you're still missing. That will be very hard to guess, but there's a visual motif tied into the tagline that, again, none of this has anything to do with him being blind, which is what you would expect.
Okay, so they're pulling out his clothes.
They're
There's two on the left, two on the right.
They're all joined by something. They're all joined by something.
Oh, okay. So there's something wrapped around them all, tying them all together.
Correct.
Okay.
It's not a rudimentary rope or chains.
And it has nothing to do with the fact that he's blind. It has nothing to do with the
thing.
Is it the first thing that came to my mind? I'm walking you through my thought process. The first, and if I land on it, let me know. But the first thing that came to my mind was the ruler that they used to for the tailors.
Oh, like a tape measure.
Yeah, like a tape measure.
No.
Okay.
Not quite. Not quite.
And it's and I'm sure it's not a chain.
Not a chain. Not a rope.
And it's not a belt.
No.
And okay, now. And you said I was wrong whenever I thought computer, so it's not a computer mouse, right?
Tied up. No, not a cord, not an electric cord.
So it's nothing. It's nothing that's used to tie things up or used to wrap around. It's something that's not traditional.
This is not anything you would use to restrain anybody. It would break very easily, but it is tying them all up. If I give you the tagline, I think you'll be there. Do you want me to give you the tagline?
Yeah, let's hear that tagline.
Okay, the tagline, and it's all lowercase letters, which is infuriating. It says, "Date at your own risk."
Oh, it's caution tape.
It's caution tape.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
It's caution tape.
Now, is it caution tape that says, but it doesn't say it doesn't just say caution, right? It says something like caution... It's a play on caution tape.
Most of it says the stuff that is binding them says caution, and then big at the front of the poster there's a piece of caution tape that says blind dating.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay.
And that is it, baby. That is the 2006 Chris Pine comedy, Blind Dating.
Man, I need to redo my life and pursue a graphic design degree.
Yeah, you could, because apparently they'll go with anything, I guess.
Well, I would have not worked because as a graphic designer because like they would have presented me with the plot of Blind Dating, and I would have been like, oh, okay, so he's wearing big sunglasses and he's at an Indian wedding, at a Bollywood wedding, and they're giving disapproving. And it's going to end, it'd say something like, in there the tagline would be something like "Love is blind" or a play on that.
Would it?
And that's not right for this
you'd
movie.
think that would have been it, right?
Yeah.
You'd think, like there's a manhole cover off, and the manhole cover has like a big heart on it. And he's about to, like, walk into it, but the romantic lead is like, nah! Like, that's what you would think. And then he's got, his famous buddies at the back of the poster going, like,
yeah,
like Charlie Day or whatever. That's what you would think.
The manhole would have been open. He would have still been, like, giving that, like, I'm such a scamp look. And he would have been, like, leaning towards the manhole, but she would have been, like, holding on, like, straight-armed, holding on to his collar. And she's like, this guy. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I was imagining.
Yep.
If it wasn't going to be the Bollywood wedding thing.
That's what you would think. I think
I'm stupid to not think of the caution tape because, like, there's nothing more dangerous than dating. Especially...
Yeah, it's just, it was the one thing that you were missing. But otherwise, like, really strong showing. You rebounded hard on that one. But those were I gave you tough ones. I gave you weird ones. But it was like, it has to be something that Vern has never fucking heard of, that no one has ever heard of, that you would not have any consciousness of unless you were walking through a Blockbuster in 2006. And we're just in the comedy section, and you were like, what the fuck is this? Like, you're looking for fucking Duck Soup or the original Producers, and it's all that shit. It's all Blind Dating. It's all Sasquatch Boys, whatever the fuck that was. Sasquatch Gang. Boys.
It's all like Blackballed with Rob Corddry or whatever. Like
it's all lesser National Lampoons and American Pies.
Yeah, without the pedigree of National Lampoon.
Right. It just says like National Lampoon's Bikini Hunt or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, it's
when they absolutely stopped trying.
It's a ring outside of like wait.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's in the ring outside of waiting, which is where still waiting.
You go a step beyond waiting. You go a step beyond like Sorority Boys, because at least that would play on like Comedy Central once a day. Like we're going even further.
We're going to the Comedy Central original movies like Porn and Chicken. We're doing. Oh
my good God! Yes, absolutely correct. Yes.